Welcome to the One True Measure podcast. This is behind the scenes, guys, what we like to call on the couch. And it's a little bit of an activity each week that we want to do with the team. This is number one. We were going to review podcast one, but today I'm actually going to be interviewed by the guys at Magic. So, Jaden, you got some questions for me, mate?
Yeah, so it's time to turn the interview.
Turn the table.
Yeah. So it's just about mainly who you are, why you've started One True Measure.
Yeah.
And so they can learn more about you as well.
Yeah. Well, we've only got 8 minutes, I think we've been told, so I've got to keep to 10 minutes. So for me, I've got an unusual background. I'll probably just talk highlights. So spent time in the army, travelled the world pretty extensively, worked in 4 different countries, came to university and career change quite late. Worked for some big multinational companies later in my 30s, and probably about 5 years ago, 6 years ago actually, I was on my honeymoon with my wife. Actually, I'm going to say 6, it's 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Hopefully she doesn't watch this. Is that 7 years ago we were travelling the world before we came home and kind of settled down. And I was thinking about writing a book, and I thought, what would that book be? I've been lucky enough to have these experiences a lot of people don't have over about a 20-year period. And I started bumping into this concept of success as something that everyone is kind of grappling with. And that's where originally it was called the inner scorecard. So the inner scorecard being like a definition of success that comes from within.
Yep.
And we've rebranded probably about 6 months ago to One True Measure, based on the fact that I think that's a better representation of what the brand is. So I've come to podcasting. I think we recorded a couple of last year, I think it was, in the first iteration, and absolutely fallen in love with podcasting, love talking with people, and obviously working with you guys as part of the partnership is a huge part.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a snapshot of me, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, no. So, just a few questions regarding, besides why you want to start.
Yeah.
If you could have one guest, dead or alive, dream guest, who would it be?
Yeah, so we've had podcast 4, we've had a very significant guest that's been on. It's pretty mind-blowing, Rogan and Diary of a CEO, and also Modern Wisdom with Chris Williamson. That's in itself is a huge win for us. Who would I have? Number one? I only get one, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, Rogan doesn't do podcasts, right? But that he would definitely be one. But I think there's one guy that's here in Perth, and I know we are located pretty geographically dispersed, but Daniel Ricciardo, I think. For us in WA, I think, he's of our age group. He's down to earth. He's done some amazing things in the sport, and I think we would love to have a conversation with him. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
set up for Daniel.
Yeah. I feel like he would be a pretty decent, talent to have on.
Yeah,
the stories
we want people on this podcast that are authentic.
Mm.
And if you guys think about the first 4, they're pretty real people, right? And he strikes me as one of those sorts of people. So hopefully we can have a chat with him.
Yeah, I guess coming off that, also another question that I want to know is what your favourite podcast was, even before you started any of this that you listened to.
I came to podcasting late as well, as far as I used to listen to a lot of audio books. I love Rogan because of the breadth of guests that he has, and obviously you can mix humour. He can talk intellectual. There's so much to it. Also like Sean Ryan, the American Navy SEAL. He has a lot of really interesting, because of my military experience, stories that I think I find really interesting. Chris Williams is great. Yeah. There's so much out there, but I think Rogan, the OG, the fact that he's been around since day dot, most people are influenced by him. If you're a podcaster, you have to be.
Yeah.
So that's probably my favourite, mate. Yeah.
Well, what I've noticed from obviously behind the scenes, seeing the guests you've had on so far, you sort of get to talk to all these different people from all these different niches.
Yeah.
They've lived through all these different experiences. And you get to sort of learn what they've learned and share it with your audience.
Yeah.
What do you want your audience to take away from listening to your podcast, listen to the One True Measure?
Yeah. I think when the podcast drops, obviously, like we try to stick to a structure, and we try to make it authentic, so the conversation is not forced. But there's three things, right? We like to talk about the life story of the person, because when you see someone that's got a massive platform, you think there's some sort of other human. The reality is they're not. So humanise the guest, that's their life story, talk about their expertise or passion, and then thirdly, tools and takeaways. When I listen to a podcast, it's great to be entertained, love it.
Yeah.
But I want something from that. Like, even if it's a simple thing that I can, as soon as the podcast is done, I can go and apply that to my life. That's what I want.
Yeah, of course.
So that's what I really want our audience to get. I want them to have, even if it's simple things, to apply to their lives, to better their lives, whether it's around success, fantastic, health, whatever. Tools and takeaways is really important.
Yeah, because a lot of the people that you've had on are all successful in their own fields, obviously.
Yeah.
And they've all lived these very extraordinary lives.
Yeah.
Been through whatever. So I think from what I've listened to so far that you've done, I know I can take away a lot, and I know a lot of people listening at home will be able to take away a lot from that.
Yeah.
And sort of finishing off with what people are learning about you, what is your one true measure? What do you want to learn from doing all this?
Yeah, I think I was listening to, I don't know if I was listening or reading it the other day, and like you hear the meaning of life and people just like eyes glaze over. They're like, what are you going to rant about? Like, I think for me, it's just like finding meaning in the thing that you do. Yeah. And if you've got meaning, like the whole meaning behind this is like, I enjoy this, I'm passionate about it, but I know that this information, I haven't spoken to you guys this about much, but One True Measure is a book that I've written. Yeah. It's a practical framework about how you apply certain things that I've learned and people that I've studied and learned in their lives to be able to better your life. So the intention is to help share good information for people to be more successful and have better lives and be happier. Like that's what it's about for me, and building a community. There's nothing I want more than I want people connected to this brand, right? Yeah. It's all about finding meaning in what we do and the community aspect of One True Measure. So we want to build a team, and that's why we're doing this today, is showing insights into magic being a key part of, and us being a partnership, working together to learn and build a community. Yeah, it's all about community. Yeah, if anything,
I think that it's ironic because I think social media is actually really, really important, but at the same time, there's so many people that share like this lifestyle that's, I guess, almost unachievable in a way, and people try and just compare themselves to it all the time.
Highlight reel. Like social media can be so helpful and amazing, but it can be so destructive because you are consistently looking at that, comparing yourself, right? Like we're intentionally going to show an authentic side of people because, man, that's the whole point, right? Is to understand that there's no one way of measuring success, that everyone's different. And guess what? Like we all make mistakes. We're imperfect, and success shouldn't be about a Maserati or a G7 as we've spoken about before. It's great to have those things, fantastic. Yeah. But that's not what it should, that's not how you measure success, not how you measure yourself. Yeah. So like that's one thing that people should expect from the community and the brand is the authenticity and truth, right? Like that's what we're after.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to hearing more of the podcasts that are coming up. Your guests, learning from you, learning from them.
Appreciate it.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're 4 down. So we've got 8 more in season 1, which is great, and we've actually got 7 of those 8 locked in, and Christian is working on Daniel Ricciardo for us as well. So Daniel, where we want you in, mate, to finish the season 1. Big thing, being on biggest podcast, one of the biggest podcasts in Australia, hopefully, going forward. But awesome to chat with you guys, and each week, obviously, as part of a team. We'll sit down and we'll debrief each podcast each week because, as I said to you guys as well, you guys are the audience, right? Yeah. So I want to hear your insights and your tools and takeaways. And it brings it back to that point that we talk about tools and takeaways. Did you get anything from that? Yeah. You can share that with the community as well. So I think it's a great place for us to start, and also a good opportunity for me to debrief, and you guys probably give me some feedback and say what's better for next time as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for today, guys, and we'll look forward to talking to you next week.
Yeah, great.